chapter 4, verse 3. Marry if you want, 2, 3, or 4. And if you can't deal fairly, 1, and as many as your right hands possess. Okay, what's unclear about that?
Okay, first off, a man cannot marry a second wife if the first wife does not give permission.
According to what school?
According to my understanding.
Okay.
Please, sisters, this is getting too much. If you are actively ignorant, you have no business going online to confront Islamophobes in the name of defending your religion. You may go online as a Muslim, then come out as a disbeliever in Allah. You became a disbeliever, not because you choose to leave Islam, but because you made what Allah has made permissible impermissible, and made what Allah has made impermissible permissible. If you are ignorant, distance yourself away from this fitna and allow Allah accomplish His religion. Islamophobes demonizing the religion of Allah with their mouth won't stop Allah from accomplishing His religion. Allah says, they want to extinguish the light of Allah with their mouths, but Allah will perfect His light, although the disbelievers dislike it. So before diving deep into today's video and catapulting scared Shamoun back to the Stone Age where he belongs, let's not forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. My sisters in Islam, for those of you who think it is obligatory for a man to take permission from his first wife, in other to take another wife, I'm not sorry to burst your bubble. Muslim men are not required to take permission from you in other to take in another wife. It is only an honorable act if he informs you of his intention, and if he doesn't, there is no blame on him. Islam is not a religion that adjusts every now and then to conform with people's emotional inclinations, and as callers to the religion, we will not sugarcoat it to look pleasing to you or anyone else. Allah says, and say, the truth is from your Lord. So whoever wills, let him believe, and whoever wills, let him disbelieve.
I have my own freedom of speech, and I can say
You
what
don't have
I
freedom of
interpret.
speech. According to your Quran, you're an outlaw.
What does that even mean, scared Shamoun? It is clear you want to provoke her emotions by saying Islam doesn't give her freedom of speech. On the contrary, they have all the freedom as long as they keep the limits of Allah. Islam is not like Christianity that have silenced women.
And you are the property of a man if you're married, or until you're married, you're the property of your father.
If you really want to lie, scared Shamoun, the least you should do is to make it more believable. No one is going to take you seriously when you say things like this. It is a known fact that one of those things that attract women to Islam is the saying of Allah. Men are in charge of women, or men are the protectors and maintenance of women. Probably this is what got you confused.
Are you married?
Yes, I am married.
And your husband's letting you speak?
Yeah,
Wow. Is he a good Muslim?
we are good Muslims. It's not you.
He's
who
letting you
decide-
speak?
It's not you who can decide we are a good Muslim or not.
No, because unless your husband gives you permission, you can't do much. That's in your Quran and the Sunnah.
Talking about permissions. Remember, in Islam, men are the protectors of women, so it makes absolute sense if the one you watch over takes permission before doing certain things. If it is safe for her, you allow her to go for it. But if it's going to bring harm to her, as a custodian, you say no, it's for your safety. How about women in Christianity? There is no such thing as permission. Women dare not speak, even if her husband gives her permission, not even in the church. And the reason is because they are subordinate according to the law. It further said, if there is anything they desire to know, let them ask their husbands at home. Do not mistake this as seeking permission from her husband, as the verse concludes, for it is shameful for a woman to speak in church. If this is not an insult to women, I don't know what it is.
Non-Muslims.
Islam has the most beautiful rights for women.
Like beating you up, chapter 4, verse 34. That's beautiful.
That's your interpretation.
Okay, explain to me what idrubuhunna means.
I don't know that.
This is one of the major point Islamophobes often regurgitate to our sisters on how Islam is never after their interest. Avery also tried using this to buttress his point about Islam.
So the treatment of the goodness and treatment of women, morality, is a thing that you are like, that's number one for you. That's how you see that Islam is the truth. Got you. So I'm going to pull up chapter 4, and I'm going to pull up verse 34.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. So talking about how to treat your wives, right? Those who you fear may be rebellious, admonish them, banish them to their couches, and beat them. Do you think that this is good?
It is true that the word used there means beat or hit. However, in order to come to a consensus and not exceed the limits of Allah as regards our wives, the Prophet would have to explain to us what it means to beat or hit. Allah says in Quran 16 verse 64, "And we have not revealed to you the book, O Muhammad, except for you to make clear to them that wherein they have differed, and as guidance and mercy for a people who believe." Most certainly, the Prophet upon him be peace did not leave Quran 4 verse 34 unexplained. The Prophet was reported to have said in his farewell pilgrimage, "I enjoin good treatment of women, for they are prisoners with you, and you have no right to treat them otherwise unless they commit clear indecency. If they do that, then forsake them in their beds and hit them, but without causing injury or leaving a mark." Atta said, "I said to Ibn Abbas, what is the kind of hitting that is not harsh?" He said, "Hitting with a siwak and the like." A siwak is a small stick or twig used for cleaning the teeth. The purpose behind this is not to hurt or humiliate the woman. Rather, it is intended to make her realize that she has transgressed against her husband's rights, and that her husband has the right to set her straight.
Now, did you know that one Muslim, a Sahaba, a companion Muhammad, he stoned a she-monkey because she committed zina, she cheated on her husband? A group of monkeys started stoning a she-monkey because she committed zina, adultery.
A group of monkey started stoning a female monkey.
Yeah, here it is. Let me get it for you. Sahih Bukhari, Volume 5, Book 58, Hadith number 188. During the pre-Islamic period of ignorance, Jahiliyyah, I saw a she-monkey surrounded by a number of monkeys. They were all stoning it because it had committed illegal sexual intercourse. They were stoning her because she committed zina. I too stoned it along with them. So you believe that monkeys can commit adultery and they should have the Sharia applied to them? They should be stoned?
Okay.
Come on, scared Shamoun. The narration clearly stated pre-Islamic period, a period of ignorance. This has nothing to do with Islam, much more the Sharia of Allah. This is just a companion of the Prophet recalling his ignorant ways before Allah blessed them with Islam. The companions oftentimes engage in these kinds of discussions and laugh over their deeds before Islam. I understand as a Christian, it is not easy for you to win a soul for Jesus without demonizing other faiths. However, this particular point should be the least argument you should use against Islam. Enough of this nonsense and quit embarrassing yourself on the internet. I hope this gets to you. I remain Abdul. Catch you in the next one.
I decided to go on Script to see if there was an audiobook version of the Quran. There is. And so I started listening. Straight off the bat, what I'm a fan of. There is no introduction. I even thought that I accidentally skipped over something, because it gets straight to it. Like, there is no once upon a time. There is no in the beginning. There is none of that. It was like, all right, if you do this, then this happens. If you do this, like, it gets straight into it. And by the way, if you are Muslim, I hope I'm not being disrespectful. This is just my experience in reading the Quran for the first time. I'm on like chapter 4 of like 117, but I found some things very interesting. Like, first it said, oppression is worse than murder. And I was like, that's a word. And then it was saying, it was talking about divorce, and I didn't know divorce was allowed. Divorce is allowed in the Islamic religion, or Islam religion. And it was saying how if you're a woman and you get divorced, you have to wait 3 periods. I don't know how long a period is, but you have to wait 3 periods, and then you're okay to remarry, girl. Like, go find your husband. And it was saying if you're a dude and you divorce your wife and you haven't touched her yet, but you promised her a dowry, you still got to pay half that shit. I was like, feminism. And then there was a part in there that I was surprised about. I don't know why I thought it was going to be like the Christian religion where if somebody slaps you, you got to offer your other cheek and everything, because that always bothered me. Like, I'm like, if somebody slaps me, I should be able to slap them back. In the Quran, it says if somebody fights you, you fight them back. Like, if whatever they do to you, you do to them. And I was like, absolutely. So far, it's been a time.